We're beginning lesson 7 today. This week's lesson is called Defeat of the Assyrians. We're skipping about 8 chapters in Isaiah in our Sabbath school lesson and taking up again there in chapter 30. The son of King Ahaz, and so far he's been a pretty good king. The king of Assyria, Sennacherib, on the other hand, who they'd been paying tribute money to, had become a dangerous ally. The Assyrians had already taken over all the fortified cities around Jerusalem, and now Jerusalem itself was surrounded by this vast, ruthless army. Some top officials from Assyria held a meeting with some of King Hezekiah's representatives, and the verbal confrontation that they had right outside the city walls was not pretty. Here were the arguments of that Assyrian official. You can't trust Egypt. Well, there was some truth in that. You can't depend on the Lord. Totally false, of course. You are vastly outnumbered. Now, that part was true if you're talking about numbers of people. They had orders to destroy Jerusalem. No doubt true as well. By surrendering, they could spare themselves total destruction. But who knows what he had. These announcements were, of course, designed to taunt, entice, and intimidate the frightened citizens in Jerusalem. And they did. But what do you think Hezekiah's representatives would say to such propaganda? Listen to this. But they held their peace and answered him not a word, for the king's commandment was, do not answer him. And that's verse 21 of Isaiah 36. You know, I thought a lot about that strategy of just holding your peace, not answering back to a threat or criticism, kind of like Jesus did at his trial. Later in chapter 53, Isaiah says, he was oppressed and afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. Well, tomorrow we'll find out what Hezekiah did about this situation. And more importantly, later, what God did. So I'll see you tomorrow and we'll hear some more of the story.